So whether you're newly licensed or if you're an experienced agent wanting to make a change or really take your business to the next level, this video is specifically for you, because in this video, I'm going to share some of the tips and some of the things to think about when shopping for a brokerage, in addition to my personal experience. And hopefully this is really going to help and serve as a guide to navigate you through selecting the right brokerage specifically for your needs and specifically for you. We have so many choices available these days, so that can literally be overwhelming. And there are a lot of things to take into consideration when comparing brokerages, and we're going to look at all of those things today. We're going to review those in the video. So by the end of the video, a lot of the questions that you may have right now will hopefully be answered, and we'll help you think about things that you may not have even considered, because I'll be covering some critical tips that would be helpful in selecting your brokerage. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in the video. The first thing that most people just really don't talk about, and most people don't even think about before they go shopping for a brokerage, is sitting down and really taking the time to define your needs and your goals. So before beginning your search for a brokerage, take the time to assess your own needs and your own goals. Consider things like the type of properties you want to specialize in, the areas that you want to specialize in. Like, for instance, I was previously with a broker who was local, and I had to turn away a lot of opportunities that were outside of our market because my broker that I was with specialized only in our local area. So from my personal business strategy, I needed more than local coverage. So I ended up going in with a broker that offers national opportunities for me. Actually, not only nationally, but like now I cover the entire U.S. and 23 countries. So that was beneficial for me. So that was a big factor for me, because not only do I assist others in Georgia, I'm from Illinois. So I often have the opportunity to help friends in that area, family. I actually just closed the house in the Chicagoland area, and I've got a buyer I'm helping in that area. I have a contract now in Cincinnati, a contract in Florida. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I wasn't with my broker that gives me the opportunity to have coverage outside of my personal area. So for me, that was very important. So like I'm saying, make sure you figure out what your personal needs are for your brokerage, and make sure that they're able to accommodate that and help you accomplish your personal goals. So next is we're going to break down the money. We're going to look at the numbers. We'll look at the preferred commission structure. So the commission structure is really going to vary with the brokerages. So really look into that and count the costs really to consider what you're getting, because sometimes you end up leaving more money on the table than you really have to. But some of the value for what you get from the brokerages by giving up the additional commission, it may be worth it to you. So look at the numbers, consider the commission, really take an in-depth look into the percentage that you're paying the brokerages and what you're getting for that percentage. Is the commission tiered with a cap? If so, really get an understanding of the commission structure. So the cap is a ceiling, it's a limit that you pay your brokerage within a certain time period. So for instance, with my brokerage, our cap is $16,000. So until I reach my cap, our split is 80-20. So when I close a transaction, I get 80% and I give my brokerage 20%. Now, once we pay a total of $16,000 to our brokerage at the 80-20 commission split, we then cap and we get 100% of our commission. So then with my particular brokerage, when we reach the cap and we do an additional 20 transactions, we then reach the icon status. So that's when we get the full $16,000 back in free company stock. So definitely make sure that you have a complete understanding if there's a cap, how much it is, understand the details to the cap, because not all companies will cap, and not all companies, not all brokerages will give you your cap back like we receive here once we reach icon status. So next, when it comes to the money, is to find out if there are any additional streams of income available that you'll receive from your brokerage. For instance, with my brokerage, we have stock opportunities, which for me is really a blessing, because with each transaction, I'm literally setting away, I'm setting up funds for retirement. Normally, as a realtor, we know that's not even an option with most brokerages. So in our case, we're able to build a legacy while we're working our business. So basically, we receive equity. And in addition to that, we also have revenue share. So there are multiple streams of income. We're literally shareholders of our company. So definitely find out if there are other opportunities for you to make additional income with your brokerages. And if so, make sure you understand the details. One good thing to ask yourself as you're looking at the brokerages is, Is the brokerage set up in your favor as an agent to help you build your business? Or is it set up in the favor of the brokerage? That's huge. You definitely want to make sure that you're aligned with a brokerage that's set up so you can definitely win. Another portion of looking up the numbers is don't forget to consider, are there any fees? If so, how much are they? So when looking for a brokerage, there could be additional fees that they charge in addition to the splits. So there could be desk fees, there could be transactional fees, franchise fees, training and educational fees, administration fees. So really make sure you get an understanding if there are charges for and what comes with those fees. That's critical. So next on the list is really consider the level of support, the training, the resources that you like to get from your brokerage. Find out if they have programs available. For instance, like here at our brokerage, we have a program where we have mentors. So if you haven't closed a certain number of transactions in the past 12 months, then you'll be partnered with a certified mentor who literally will help you build your business. They'll be hands-on with you. They'll help connect you with the industry, help you connect you with the systems here, and basically get acquainted with the systems. They'll allow you the opportunity to have shadow opportunities, help you process your transactions so you don't have to go at it alone. So that's really, really important to make sure your brokerage has programs in place to help you. So really do your research so you'll know what your brokerage has to offer that aligns with your personal and professional goals. And remember, there are pros and cons with every brokerage. So when you're looking for a brokerage, even if you're a seasoned agent, you'll definitely at some point, you're going to need support, whether it's with CE courses, classes, the internal systems, being compliant. So having a brokerage that provides those classes, not only the classes, but offers those free, can be extremely beneficial. Another thing that I would recommend for those that are shopping for a brokerage is to thoroughly look at the brokerage's reputation and the experience of the brokers. So that's very, very important. Talk to realtors that's with that brokerage, maybe even clients if you can talk to them. Figure out what's going on internally with the brokerage. Investigate the broker's track record in the market, the brokerage's track record. Like, how do they treat their realtors? How do they respond to their realtors? And really, what's the reputation that they have with the client? So that really can have an effect on your business. So I recommend a brokerage that has a proven history of success and, of course, a positive reputation in the industry and in the community. One that has a culture that you'll embrace, that you'll really enjoy. So another item to consider when researching brokerages is technology and marketing tools, because this can actually make or break your business. So you shouldn't really have to come out of pocket much for these things. So it's going to be best to choose a brokerage that's really going to support you by giving you access to advanced technology, to tools, and many of the tools, they're going to result to leads. So seriously consider this, because if it's not provided, this can cost you a lot of money every month. So it's going to be beneficial to find a brokerage that's going to help you, that's going to help provide you with a CRM system, that a website, a transaction platform, the digital marketing resource. You shouldn't have to pay for any of those out of pocket. That really should be included in your monthly fee. For us, that's included in our $85 monthly fee. So the cost, if it's not provided, that literally, it could add up. That could be a huge amount every month, which makes a big difference on what you bring home every single transaction. So another thing to look at is the company culture and the values. So a lot of times agents, they're just looking at the commission, they're just looking at the money. They're not really evaluating the company's culture, the values, and even of the brokers. So for most brokerages, you don't get a trial run. You don't get an opportunity to check them out or internally before joining. But one thing that has really helped make a big decision for me when I decided to come with my brokerage years ago was the opportunity to visit them virtually on the virtual world. I was able to attend meetings, experience firsthand the culture, really attend classes. So most brokerages, you really don't get the opportunity to experience this until you've hung your license with them. So for those that will allow you to check them out internally, do that. And as you're looking at the brokerages, don't forget the brokers. So for instance, our brokers are in Atlanta, but they come to town, they have dinner with us, and we have regional meetings, we have in-person meetings, we have our annual conferences, Our last conference was in Vegas, which was amazing, and our next one is in Florida. So the collaboration for me on that level is perfect. So when shopping for brokerages, try to get as close to an inside look as possible to get a feel for the culture. So the last one I would say would be like negotiating skills, expertise, and accessibility for your broker. So I've heard of agents saying that they have brokers who they have never been agents. So for me, that's different. So I would definitely recommend finding out the level of experience the actual broker has as being a realtor. So obviously it's not required, but I can really see how them being a realtor in the past could be very helpful. Also find out if and how accessible the broker is, because in our business, when we need our broker, we need them right away. So with multiple brokers, we always have access, which for me is huge. So although everyone is different, for me, relationship is important. So it's a great feeling that my broker is available when I call. They know me. We enjoy working together. They've never been too busy for me. So those are things to make sure that you're finding a brokerage that has a broker that is there for the agents. So find out what's important for you and find a brokerage that coincides with that. If you have questions in regards to anything I mentioned, or even if you want to talk to me regarding the details of my brokerage, or even if you want to do a trial run visit with our brokerage, I can give you access and I can arrange that for you. But most importantly, it's finding a brokerage that fits your specific needs, whether that's a virtual brokerage, in-person brokerage, really finding one that coincides with your business strategy. Sometimes it may be a few tries. So you may think a brokerage is a good fit and then you'll join only to recognize that it's not exactly what you thought it was. That's okay. So change brokerages. I hope this information has been helpful for you. I hope it shed a little light on you as you've been researching everything, help us answer some of your questions and giving you some more things to think about, add it to your list. Once again, I'm Delresa Rollerson, Augusta Certified Relocation Specialist. Thanks for watching the video and see you in the next video.